Hi everyone.
Hi.
Welcome to the Wellbeing Challenge. We're about to announce the June Wellbeing Challenge and how we went with our May Wellbeing Challenge.
Yes, so just to recap, in May our challenge was to pop our phones down at 7 o'clock every night. I will say we haven't been as vigilant with it as we have on previous challenges. At the start of the month we were much better. Then when we went to Melbourne it was kind of like we did need our phones from time to time.
Yeah, because we were out at night and like moving around and stuff. So
and then since we've come home, I mean, I do have an alarm on my phone and we are doing it, but we haven't been as vigilant. But I think personally for me, of all the wellbeing challenges we've done, this is the one where I've noticed the most difference.
Yeah, because it's been the hardest for you.
It's been the hardest for sure. So I think it has been so good for me putting my phone down at 7 o'clock. It probably means that we're communicating with each other more.
We are, yeah.
And I'm probably going to sleep.
You're sleeping
easily.
better.
Yeah.
You're definitely sleeping better.
Yes, like going to sleep much more easily. Even, just reading a book, falling asleep, which has been really nice.
I've really enjoyed it as well.
It's been hard, though. It has been hard.
We are hopeless. So our evenings usually are kind of dinner is finished by about 6:30, 6:45. Then
you're normally home till 6:30.
Yeah. So we're kind of on the couch from about 7 o'clock and we sit on our phones and we watch TV. That's kind of what we do.
And it's like half doing both of those things, not really doing either of those things properly.
Yeah. So having now put our phones down, we engage more with what we are watching.
Yeah.
We talk to each other about what we are watching, or we might even not put the TV on and actually talk about something we needed to talk about, or like we've had a lot of work happening on the backyard and we've needed times where we actually sit and discuss it and make decisions and stuff like that. And before, neither of us were really listening, and then we'd get annoyed with each other because we weren't actually participating. So those things have been really good takeaways. And I think it is something we're going to try and keep doing. It might be more like 7:30 because I think 7 was a little bit hard because I finished it, like I got home at 6:30 and then we'd eat dinner and there wasn't much phone time before it was being put away.
Yeah,
so
I think 7:30 is more realistic.
Yeah.
But I also think, have you found you're not reaching for your phone as much?
Even during
other
the day,
times?
yes.
Yeah, it's definitely, I've just been like, this is the challenge of all the challenges where I've noticed the most difference. So if you haven't tried, limiting your phone time in some description and you're a scroller, like an endless scroller, definitely give it a go. It's also brought to awareness how much we're just used to instant gratification because we just want to know,
who's in that? Who's that guy
who's
playing?
that person in that show? Or like we're talking about our holiday and we'll be like, oh yeah, what's the name of, the hotel in Townsville? It's like, we don't need to know right now. But we're just so used to being able to search everything up all the time.
Definitely. So yes, there's been lots of takeaways with this one. It's been worth it. If you've been thinking about it, I encourage you to try something. Set a parameter and try it and see how you go because I think you'll be surprised.
Yeah, and just having an alarm on my phone has been easy. Pretty easy. Yeah. It's just like, okay.
The little bongos go off at 7 o'clock and it's time to put your phone away.
But June, what are we going to do for our June challenge?
So we decided June will be around reading. Both of us enjoy reading, but we don't...
You're much more consistent with it than I am.
We don't do it probably we probably don't make it a priority as much as we would like to make it a priority. With this challenge we've just finished, we definitely have been reading more because we haven't had our phones to distract us. I do a lot of reading on my iPad and those books are not really providing me with a great deal of anything other than instant gratification. So I am going to, I call them like my candy. They're so easy to read. They're like romance novels and I love them. I really enjoy reading them, but they're not really offering me anything. So
well, that also also, your reading can just be for entertainment.
I want my reading to be for entertainment, but for this challenge, I haven't told Erica this yet, but I'm not going to read those. I will read those books, but the 20 minutes that we're going to allocate is going to be.
Why do you have to make it harder than the actual challenge?
I'm already reading those books for hours on end.
Okay.
There's no challenge if I'm doing those.
A paperback book.
I'm just going to do not those books.
Okay, not those books.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to do any sort of book I would like for 20 minutes a day. And we'll probably do it at night time.
Yeah, because we have been reading at night anyway. So I'll need to sit up because if I lie down and in bed, I'll fall asleep. But yeah, it's not a difficult one, this one. It's just finding the time to do it. So,
making sure you're doing 20 minutes consistently. Do you have a book that you're starting with, or are you in the middle of a book? Or?
Well, I've got a book that I was reading that I wasn't kind of really into. It was called The Shape of Sound, and it's written by an Australian who has a hearing loss, and it was about her experience through that. And it has been good, but it hasn't been a I can't put it down kind of book. So I'll either attempt to finish that or start a new one. I have a few in there that I haven't had a go at yet. The Dictionary for Lost Words or something like that is there that I haven't read yet, and The Night Shift is there that I haven't read yet. So there's a few that I'm ready to pick up and read. I also started the Tattoo of Auschwitz on my iPad, and I really was enjoying that, but it's quite heavy, like the actual topic. Yeah. It's not an uplifting story at the moment where I was at. So I've got a few there that I need to continue with.
Right.
What are you going to read, those?
I am halfway through reading this book, Intuitive Eating, so I'm probably
almost
under halfway. Yep. So I'll keep going with that. I tend to read more non-fiction books than you read all fiction books.
I was reading self-help ones and I don't enjoy it. Yeah. So I much prefer reading fiction books. So if you would like to join us, if you haven't already signed up for our Wellbeing Challenge, it's free. We send you out each month an accountability calendar, kind of some guidelines and some kind of resources you can use and things like that. And you just get the email once a month. So Erica will pop a link to sign up for that in the description below if you would like to come along with us.
Also, I wanted to say, we're looking at for July, because it's winter here in Australia, of doing some sort of sunlight vitamin D challenge, and I'm stuck with kind of working out the parameters, and I know all you smart people out there probably might have a better idea of how to do it, like whether it should be kind of 15 minutes of sunlight between a certain time or something like that. What do you think? Let us know if you think that's a good idea or not, because I think that's probably a good idea for winter in Australia to make
It's good for us because in July we're going to be in Queensland.
I hadn't thought about that. That'll be a very easy challenge for us. But yes, if you have any ideas around how we could do a vitamin D sunlight challenge, or even like I saw that Christina has a circadian rhythm thing, and it tells you when to go outside, like when the sun is setting, because it's important to see like the sunrise and the sunset. Anyway, just some ideas. So if you have any thoughts around us, let us know in the comments below. That would be really helpful.
Or if you've been doing something like that, let us know, because that will help us set the kind of guidelines and parameters.
Yes, but we hope you have enjoyed this video. We'd love to have you join us on the Wellness Challenge, and happy Wellbeing!
She keeps having a go at me about it. I'm glad she made that mistake.
Wellbeing Challenge. We'd love to have you come and read with us in June.